All right guys, it's that time of year again. We got a new car video and I know there haven't been that many this year, and this is one that you guys probably have zero idea about, but to my close friends and family, I've been talking about picking up one of these for quite some time. I've been on the hunt, just waiting for that perfect spec, and I think that we nailed it. And I don't want to drag you guys along for too long. I'm gonna pull the car out and then we'll talk about it. So what we have behind me is the new to me BMW G80 individual venture in red G80 M3. But the best thing about this car, it's all-wheel drive. I have wanted one of these ever since I saw them starting to go real fast in a straight line. And on paper, I was like, man, this would be like having my Turbo S daily again, except it's 4 doors and I can fit my friends in the back seat. So we did it. We got a G80 M3 X-Drive. So this all came about when I gave away the RTR Spec 5 Mustang. I needed a solid, reliable car to replace it. And I was like, man, if I get one of these things, I could have 4 doors. It's gonna be so fun. We can go so fast. We can do launches and all that. But I'll be honest, it was really hard to justify the price. One of these was averaging around 100 grand. So I went down the, let's rebuild a wrecked one route. And then when I started pricing it together, I'm like, cool, I could be in at 85 grand and it's still a wrecked M3 at the end of the day. So I waited. And I've made some really big changes this year on the financial side to try to be smart. That's why I haven't been buying as many cars. That's why I've been selling a lot of stuff. And for the life of me, I could not justify buying one of these. Now, I don't have an ideal daily, but I've got the Tesla drift car. I've got plenty of JDM stuff. I've got enough Ignite fuel to drive race cars all the time. And I actually really enjoy it. So I never had a good excuse to get one of these. So why did I get one of these? Either you're gonna love me or you're gonna hate me for saying this. Maybe you guessed it, maybe you didn't, but we are giving away this G80 X-Drive individual color G80 M3. And this is by far the biggest, most expensive, biggest roll of the dice giveaway we've ever done. We're giving 25 grand cash along with the car, and it all starts now. So if you want to support what we do, you can head over to lzmfg.com, pick up something sweet. We got a bunch of new stuff that we just launched as well. You get a chance to support the team and a chance at taking home a pretty sweet car. And to me, this whole scheme was my way that I could get away with experiencing one of these, because believe it or not, I've never even been inside of one. I drove one of the very first G80 M3s. It was manual. I don't even think it had much done to it. This thing, we'll get into the details, but it's already full bolt-on. Allegedly, it's making 800 to all 4 wheels. Full flex fuel. This thing should be an absolute rock. I'm gonna throw my phone in the woods. It's God Tommy. Shut up, Tommy. Garage S0, motherfucker. Now, this whole thing, I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. The reason why I'm giving away this car and the reason why I got such a sick spec, because by the way, you know, if you're in the G80 market, finding a good individual color and carbon buckets is very, very difficult and very, very expensive. That was my 3 big musts. Was it had to be X-Drive, had to be an individual color, and had to have carbon buckets. So my way of this whole giveaway thing is I'm basically getting to drive one of these for 2 months for free, right? I still bought the car, but I get to have the experience with this car because honestly, I've never driven one. And sometimes you fall in love with cars when you have them for a while. Other times it like sounds great on paper, then you drive it and it's not everything you thought it was out to be. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If there's things that I don't like about this car, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. But I don't think that's gonna change the fact that if you're gonna enter for a chance to basically win a $100,000 prize because, oh, Adam doesn't like the rattle that it makes from the right rear speaker.
Wing nut.
Yeah, but I'm very excited to have the opportunity to not only give you guys a chance to win the car, but to be able to experience it for myself for an extended period of time. During the off season, the stars just kind of lined up where I'm gonna be home the most, and now I get to drive this thing and I get to be like flexing with someone. I feel like when I'm driving a giveaway car, I'm like flexing with someone else's money. As like silly as it sounds, because it never really feels like mine. Yeah. But I'm gonna enjoy the heck out of this thing. And I know a lot of you guys are into the newer BMW stuff, so if there's any specific content you want me to make, I can make it. We'll dive into all the details of all the mods and stuff that's done later. The first thing we gotta do though, I have been dying to take this thing for a drive. It got delivered like 3 days ago, and I've been telling myself I cannot drive it off camera. I need my first reaction to be on camera. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna throw some GoPros up, and we're gonna see what this puppy can do. I feel like inside here, it does the car a little bit more justice, but this color is insane. It's like the coolest, like flashy, but also dark and sleek. Like, this is an ideal special color because to the average person, it kind of like blends in. It doesn't stand out that much. When you look up close, you know that it's just a little different. Now, a lot of people, I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about the car and stuff that's done to it, but I just had to admire it while it's in the shop before I go take it for a drive. I used to hate the grills on these. I think it's because this has the Vorsteiner grills that kind of like get rid of the dumb kidney looking thing that they look like stock. It actually looks really aggressive. Obviously there's other things like nice fitment and it's low and that helps, but I think that's one of the reasons why this car looks so sick from the front. Yo, this whole chime thing, ooh, we're off to a bad start, BMW. This is gear in neutral. Oh, I guess that's my fault. I didn't, how do you even put this in park? P? Haha, shut up. She sounds a little loud when she's cold starting, but it's got one of them valve controller thingies. So once we figure out how to use that, we'll be nice and quiet. Don't worry, I'm not a racer. I don't think I've ever been in a car with such dark tint. It's kind of wild. Oh, drive is to the right. Oh, this thing's fast. Gotcha. All right, it's the moment I've been waiting for. We get to do our first drive. Yay. I've purposely not driven one of these even though I've had the opportunity to, just because I very much so am excited for the first experience. Now, this car doesn't have a dual clutch gearbox. It's an 8 HP, which, you know, to some people they like the dual clutch because it's a little bit more crispy. I've had a pretty good experience with these 8 HPs in the A90 Super world, where I think it still shifts pretty dang fast, and it's really, really easy for them to go fast. All right, so right off rip, one thing that I predict. Okay. Everyone was telling me that I was gonna hate how slushy the gearbox was, but I feel like it's pretty good. I'd compare it to the A90 Supra, which I'm very happy with. It's an 8 HP, but like you could have a mushy 8 HP or you could have like a sports car 8 HP. This feels like a sports car 8 HP, so we're off to a good start. Now, I don't know how any of the modes work or anything. I was told this thing spins all 4 wheels, so I'm a little bit scared to get on it, but we'll wait for an open in the road and we'll see what it does. All right, we gotta take the tint off the windows. I can't even see out the windows with my sunglasses on. That's dangerous. I can't even see the rear view mirror. I can't even see out the rear window. What the heck? It's like messing with my eyes. All right, how do we make this thing go fast? Maybe I'll just roll onto it at first. All right, $5 grand, we'll roll into it. Okay. That's nice and smooth. Safe. Nothing alarming. Brakes are really good. Very, very good. It, I thought it was just gonna like hit me with like a boatload of torque down low, but it's very smooth. I do have to keep in mind, even though this car allegedly makes 800 horsepower, it does weigh over 4,000 pounds, I think. Don't quote me on that. Where like most of my stuff that I'm used to weighs like 3,000 and change. I want this thing to go fast. Go fast time. I think this makes the exhaust quiet. Oh, whoa! Super quiet now. Quiet. Loud. Oh, I didn't confirm the M2 mode. All right, now we're actually in M2. I'm gonna go slow and then we're gonna give this thing a fat rip. I'm just gonna let it downshift on its own. Go back to auto. There we go. Okay, now we're talking. It's pretty dang good. It ain't a Turbo S though, I'll tell you what. I'm sure, you know, the Turbo S is probably a little bit lighter. It's good. But man, all-wheel drive cars, I feel like they need 1,500 horsepower to feel fast. I'm not gonna do that though, I promise. Tell you what, I like how much turbo noise you hear when the exhaust is in the quiet mode. That's pretty cool. Ooh, I gotta go cracking bobbles. I don't with the cracking bobbles. I almost got into an accident. I thankfully didn't have to go for recording, so I don't need to put myself on blast. Dark tint's gotta go. I can't even see out of it. I was turning in somewhere. I didn't even see there was a car coming at me. Wild. I'm such a boomer. This will be my first slow speed punch. You ready, Brian?
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah, that thing's pretty good.
I can't wait to do a dig. It'll be so fun.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know what's surprising for how heavy the car is? It doesn't feel very heavy like driving.
Yeah, nimble. It makes all sorts of noises.
All the inputs and everything are pretty direct. I'm pretty impressed. I should have been filming this. Brian's looking at me like I'm crazy. The guy that sold me the car told me I could do like these like hand gestures and it like make stuff happen on the screen, but nothing's working. So either he's just fucking with me or I'm doing something wrong. He showed me, he was like, do like this or like this.
Oh, whoa.
It does, right?
Okay.
Was he fibbing?
No. Move your hand with index finger extended or the whole hand in a circular motion clockwise.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm gonna look like, I'm never gonna do this. It looks so stupid.
It's not even...
More.
Yeah.
That's it?
Then there's like answer a call, reject a call, skip track.
It only worked once. Now it's not working. All right, not me again. Rolling down my window because I can't see shit. BMW go brrr. All right, little update. I feel like I really got to experience this thing last night for what it's supposed to be. We have 4 deep. We were rolling around after an Invent Animate show with the homies. And I'm not gonna lie, we were launching more than once, and this thing just 4-wheel burnouts. It is the coolest thing ever. This thing from a dig is ridiculous. I feel like I didn't get an accurate representation of how crazy this car was. I got my morning coffee with me though, so we're doing no digs. When we get to the compound, I'm gonna have Mike film one. It is just the most absurd feeling in a new car lighting up all 4 wheels. So now I'm getting to experience the daily portion of, I have the exhaust super quiet, I'm trying to drink my coffee while I'm driving, and the street manners for a car that could be like super fast are also very smooth and like nice as a daily driver. So I would feel that right now it is chalked up to be a very good benchmark to my old Turbo S. Just obviously a bigger, heavier car, but with a lot of the same characteristics still. Time for some launches. We're gonna take the car over to our drag strip certified straightaway at the compound, do some hits from a dig. I'm gonna give a couple people rides in the car, and I want you guys to see how fast this thing is from a launch. I told you I would kind of like fill you in on some of the things that are done in the car as we go through. It's obviously lowered, it just has adjustable lowering springs. I think they're a little bit soft, so I might change them or adjust some things. But the big thing is I'm waiting for new wheels. I got some really cool BC Forge wheels that I ordered for the car, and I'm gonna put better tires on it. The G2 isn't a bad tire, but for 800 horsepower, you'll see this thing really shouldn't be 4-wheel spinning. And for that reason, I want to wait before I set a lap time around the compound, because it'll probably shave like 3 seconds off whatever it'll do now once I put a stickier tire on the car. Now this is a super pro tip that you guys will probably be thankful for. I gotta give a shout out to Matt Mormon for teaching me this. When you inherit someone else's suede wheel, sometimes you'll get pills and stuff like this. I don't know why, it never happens to me. Maybe I got like really soft baby hands or something, but you can take like 1,000 grit sandpaper, and if you just very carefully work your way through it, it'll actually lift the pills right off the steering wheel, and it'll make it look new again. It takes some time, but you'll see it lifts all those little nubs up. It just needs to be able to grab them and kind of take them out. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but I found that the sandpaper method works really well. I feel like this would help if I did this and then used a brush, because it kind of loosens them up, and then you can just wipe them off with your hand.
That section looks like brand spanking new.
Yeah, it feels way better. I hate feeling those like little nappy pills from someone else's hands.
Yeah, I hate people's nappy pills.
So I read online we need to drive it 6 miles before we can use launch control to get the transmission hot. I don't know if it's true or not, but we're gonna do it. All right, I'll give you a quick hit from a roll before we do the launch. Okay, high floor. Pretty good for a heavy car, right?
Yeah, oh, it pulls hard up top. That's good.
It ain't no Skyline. All right,
I'm ready.
ready? Let's see if launch control works.
Yo, the 4-wheel spin is crazy.
I don't even think that was launch control, but that was pretty cool.
That felt crazy. Wow.
I can't wait to leave 4 skid marks to the compound. This makes me want to build an all-wheel drive car for doing launches and stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Good.
That feeling of just like kind of floating a little bit.
It won't do that anymore once I put some good tires on it.
This thing with grippy tires, if it felt like that with these, I don't want to know what it feels like.
All right, I don't even know if we were using launch control before. We might have just been brake boosting it. There's honestly, I'm not in love with how complicated of a procedure it is to figure out how to do the launch control. I think this should work now. We'll see.
Okay.
I don't think that's launch control. I think we're just brake boosting it. I watched YouTube videos. I Googled it. Car, you're too complicated for me. You know, I think it's still fast. It's doing the thing.
It still feels crazy.
You film from the outside?
Yeah.
Or you feel this thing launch?
Yep.
You think you're gonna be unimpressed?
We'll see.
Ready?
Yep.
Pretty good?
That's wild.
And I don't think we're technically doing launch control either. I think I'm just brake boosting it.
That's I don't think anything's faster than that.
I mean, hey, I think my GTR
That made me sick. We're not doing that again.
Are you want me to drop you off? I'll drop you off.
Yeah, that thing moves, dude.
I'm still learning the G80 world, so I'm not a pro by any means. I'm gonna be reading from the, what do they call, the manufacturer's brochure to tell you guys all the stuff to done to this thing. Starting off with my pretty gold valve cover. Garnish.
Yeah.
I f with it. So yeah, whatever. F it. I'll tell you guys. The BC Forged wheels that I ordered, I'm kind of taking inspiration from the wheels of my E36. They're different. They're going to be a multi-piece wheel, but it'll actually tie in with the gold on this perfect. At first glance, obviously you see it's got intakes. It actually has an intake manifold on it. Now the rest of the stuff I'm going to read. We've got motive reflex plus 10,050 cc injectors. 10,050 cc. 10,050 cc. The big thing with this car though that actually wasn't even in the description when I got it, it already has the low pressure fuel pump upgraded, which you need to run full ethanol, which is cool, the fact that this car can run full ethanol, otherwise you're only limited to like an E50 blend. It's got downpipes, a 3.5-inch mid pipe, adjustable springs we talked about. It has RKP fender liners, which I was planning to have to do anyway. Basically when you put like good fitting wheels on it, you end up rubbing the wheels into the oil cooler, so it's a common mod that people do. It really sucks that I'm not doing all this stuff and filming it, but it's also great for me because I get to finish all the other shit that I got on my plate to do, and I get to just enjoy the car with some of the stuff already done. Right. It's built, not bought, and when you win it, it's gonna be won, not bought. Another cool thing, the front clip of this car is PPF, so I don't need to worry about it getting scratched up, rock chips, all that. No stress, beautiful individual color, and it's protected by PPF, and it looks like they did a pretty good job because I wouldn't notice if
I had no idea.
If I didn't tell you. It makes me feel less guilty about dragging my across the hood of this thing.
He doesn't do that.
I'm with that heavy. You got the yellow, the DRL swap, whatever that is. I don't really, it's got the laser lights.
There's so much future tech.
I don't really know a lot about these cars. It looks cool though. I with that heavy. It reminds me of the M5 CS.
It does look really cool. We're so used to 90s cars.
I know. So this steering wheel is actually an LCI steering wheel, and if you look up close, I finished sanding it. I had ADD when I was on a business call earlier, so I was just sanding the steering wheel the whole time. And now it looks great. It literally feels brand new. There's no more pills from Juan's hands on this thing. Shout out Juan, he's the guy that sold me the car. Great dude. I love whatever cologne you wear because the whole car smells like it. I don't mean that sarcastically, it actually smells good.
Yeah.
It might just be an air freshener. It might not be his cologne. I'm getting a little weird sniffing Juan. It takes Juan to sniff Juan. I think the last thing that I didn't mention, it's got the carbon fiber spoiler, and it's got the carbon fiber diffuser on it, and it comes with a 1320 video. That's how you know the last dude raced. He was a racer. 1320, that's the length of a quarter mile, in case you didn't know. Big YouTube channel. We f with him. I think that's where Garrett got his start.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, he was
a
photographer boy.
It's got the carbon fiber roof. That's a factory option. It's pretty cool. I don't really have else to say about this car. It's pretty damn good. I don't really know what to do with it other than enjoy it. So you guys gotta let me know. Oh, you can drift it. You can turn off. They might not want me to drift it. I mean, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm changing tires anyway. I'll drift it.
We know how that goes.
Yeah, f it. I'll drift it. I don't care. But you press a button and it turns off the rear wheels.
I
Or
did
sorry, it
see
turns
that.
off the front wheels.
I saw that when you were flipping through the 300
Yeah, drift
modes.
mode. Hell yeah, it's like my Tesla. What's
Yeah.
up? So, I'm surprised by this. Usually when you have a carbon fiber roof, and I want to say this was like maybe for like E92s, maybe I'm just thinking Porsches.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe this isn't a BMW thing. Usually when you have a carbon fiber roof, you don't get the mounts for a bike rack. But I could put a bike rack on this thing, but you don't need to because the trunk folds down. You can fit a bike in the back. Can't fit a guitar in it if the seat's not folded down though.
True.
So, I'm stoked. Again, I get to drive this thing, and giving it away kind of gives me an excuse. I actually thought about giving it away old girl over here, but I was worried not a lot of people would enter just because it doesn't have a rear seat, so it's like a little bit less usable like daily car. This though, I think it'll do a lot better.
Yeah. And it's not as in your face, you know, it's not as loud and cool.
Exhaust tips are crooked. Noob.
Oh, they actually are, damn.
Hey.
It's just a little bit.
No, they're super off center. Well, the problem is I corner to the right a lot, and when you corner to the right a lot, the exhaust shifts.
Oh yeah, true.
All right, I kind of want to leave this video mainly topic based. That's why we focused on the G80 and not really anything else. The next video might be a little bit more chaotic. We got Andy in town trying to wrap up the big block build so that way we can get it sandblasted, powder coated before PRI. We got some testing going on with the R34 GTR. We're gonna do a little bit of experimenting on the dyno and a lot of other stuff. So we'll see you in the next one.
Here till this thing launch. Go. You think you're gonna be unimpressed? Ready? Go.